probably about around the time we met, about 3 years ago. I was making good. We were making good money, and I'm going to talk on a personal level. I was making good money, but I all of a sudden had this fear that popped up in my life. Like things are good right now, and I come from nothing. Like we're talking, poverty, straight poverty. All right, getting clothes at Goodwill, eating rice and beans kind of situation, like not great.
Rice and beans are my favorite food. So
it was less than desirable quality of life back then, and so all of a sudden, I joined the military, I invested in myself, I went through all these hard things, and then I got bit by the entrepreneur bug and started to rise over the past 12 years, and all of a sudden I feel like there's a certain level that you hit with finances that you're like, oh wow, I'm above the normal means, to where I'm like, now I'm comfortable, right? And my fear was, it's good right now because the faucet's on, but if the faucet got turned off, if I stopped working these jobs, what would happen? I'm going to go backwards.
Yep.
So that's when I started like, okay, I need to figure something out. I need to take the money that I'm making and put it into things that are going to start making me more money.
You wanted to make your money work for you.
Yes. So that's the mentality shift was about 3 years ago, around the time we met. And that's probably one of the reasons why is like I was on this journey. I was seeking these things out. And I believe when you start going down that path, I was talking to somebody in here earlier that when you start going, I call it walking down the yellow brick road, you go on the journey, you meet people along the way. But you're never going to meet them sitting on your couch and not doing. Like you have to move forward. You have to start executing. Even if it's blindly executing, you have to start moving in a direction. And then these people get put in your life, God, universe, whatever you want to call it, gets put in your life that help you along the way. You're one of those people. So, so I started to really heavily take and painfully take the money that we were making and invest in different things. Within 3 years, we bought 4 different properties. We invested in 2 different life insurance policy, or 2 personally and multiple across the business. And it just started changing everything. For instance, what we did, one with one of the policies, we're actually August 1st, we are
launching. This is awesome.
Yeah, we're launching a Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport giveaway. No purchase necessary for Johnny Slicks. And there's a couple different reasons, and we can get into the reasons why, but so we used the policy, pulled the money, loaned it to the business, so the way, if you really want to get into the function of it, I borrowed the money from my policy, right? Loaned that money to the business, right? And there's a tax advantage there.
Yeah.
And then I charged the business interest.
Good for you.
So my money is still...
Can't get money from a bank, without interest, so you're the bank.
Right. So my money is still earning uninterrupted compounding interest sitting in there. And now I'm making another interest off of the business. And then, we're going to give this truck... It's a 3-month giveaway. We're going to give this truck to somebody that signed up for it.
Blowing someone's mind.
Blowing somebody's mind. It's a beautiful truck. I was driving around. I was like, man, I actually like this truck.
Steven, he's got one of those Toyota Tacomas.
I'm blown away, man. Toyota Tacoma is a nice truck. And this
nice
truck,
vehicle, man.
This truck actually has more features than my $70-something thousand Silverado. And I'm getting in here, I'm like, dang, this thing is nice. The dash speaker is a JBL. The whole system is JBL. I'm going down a tangent because I just, whatever. It has a button, Chris, that it pops out and turns into a Bluetooth speaker, so you can go hang out in the back of the truck.
Come on.
Yes. So you can play music in your truck or just connect your phone to the speaker and then plug it out, and you can go park your truck on the beach and then pull the Bluetooth speaker out and play music. There's all kinds of little things with this thing.
That's super cool. My 1979 Porsche out there, I could just go out and pull the speaker out too on that.
But anyways, it's a pretty rad thing that we got to do. But talking the money system. So looking at rental properties, and we have used. I used my policy for the down payment on a couple of different rental properties, my primary, and we just keep cycling this thing, and it just continues to build. And I remember you telling me 3 years ago that, hey, this is not a quick thing. It's about a 3-year build, but at the 3-year mark is like when you go, oh, wow, the power that you all of a sudden have. And again, 3 years ago, we went into it all across, and I've done everything. I've diversified. I've got policies. We're into crypto. We're, real estate across the board. But it was painful at the first.
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, wow, I inadvertently became a millionaire just by taking the money that I'm, not living like an asshole, and
that's step one. Not live like an asshole. Don't spend every dollar you make.
No, nothing
Keep
really.
what you make.
Honestly, nothing really changed for us. Like our quality of life, nothing really changed. We just kept it the same, but we just took that money and started putting it into places. But now quality of life has changed quite a bit because now we have residual income. If I stopped working today, not much would change. Obviously I'm not ever going to stop working, but things wouldn't change. But man, the peace of mind and the freedom that you get by sacrificing for so long and then putting those methods in place that you teach really does change your life.